I'm like super late on this, I know. Hey, what's going on, Captain? Man, I'm super late on this, so let me send out a tweet. Let's see. Because I am late getting on here. I got a ton of stuff to do for work tomorrow, too. How's your week been? All right, let's test the audio here. Captain, can you hear me okay? Hey, Adric, what's going on? No, we're still back to every Sunday, man, 8:00 p.m. Tonight I'm just getting on kind of late because like a ton of stuff to do, man. Tomorrow it's crazy, man. So been trying to get it all done. So that's why I'm late getting on. Right now. Nope. We don't have Veterans Day break tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys do, but so I don't work tomorrow because I'm part-time on my job. So I'm only on my job 3 days a week. I'm only there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm there all day. I'm working 8 hours, but on Thursday, I work only 4 hours, and then I'm off. So the rest of that time actually is spent on this channel, trying to get this channel going, or I mean, it's already going, but this channel, and we just started another channel, which I'll tell you guys about a little bit later too. So essentially part-time YouTube, part-time work. That's what's going on. So, all right. So hopefully let me put something out on Facebook too, real quick. Because I haven't been able to, I don't know what's going on with my my Stream Deck, so I can't do as much when I'm just streaming directly live from YouTube. So hey, what's going on, Javon? I hope folks pop on because I didn't get a chance to kind of send like my pre-streaming message. I was just telling Captain and Adric that he made some sandwiches. Cool. Hope you didn't put mustard on it because I don't like mustard on my sandwiches. What's going on, L? All right, let me see. There he is, the man of the hour. What's going on, Kamikaze? PB&J. Oh, I'm good with PB&J. That's cool, Javon. I actually just had a burger before I ate. You know what? Before we get into it, now I think Kamikaze was the only one who responded to my post about that Popeye's chicken sandwich. But I'm going to tell you, if you haven't had a sandwich, that thing is super good. Had 2 in one day. Man, that's a good sandwich. Just thought I'd, throw that out there. Good stuff, man. All right. Oh, Kamikaze too. I have it on my agenda tomorrow to finally get around to see. Oh, I heard it's good with Nutella too, Captain. Finally getting around to see Dolomite. Actually, Dolomite, man. I mean, outside of recommending, I probably wouldn't have seen it, but that thing got a really on Rotten Tomatoes, and people are saying some really good things about Dolomite. So I got to make sure I check that out. All right. So let me, man, I'm telling you, Adric, it's almost like Lay's potato chips. You can't eat just one. They are good, man. But it's crazy. I don't know if you guys heard about like people getting violent over it. Somebody got stabbed over the sandwich or something like that. And that is just crazy. Over a chicken sandwich? Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, it's so funny, man, because people have wars between like the Chick-fil-A sandwich and that Popeye sandwich. That Popeye sandwich, I will tell you, is good. Yeah, it's crazy, Javon. That's just, I mean, kamikaze. Sorry, over a sandwich is just is crazy. Yeah, yep, L. It's nuts. And then I saw something the other day where people were talking about getting like extra security for the restaurants for a sandwich. Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. The memes are funny. Nah, me neither. I couldn't work at Popeyes and not lose my life over a daggone sandwich. Something crazy go down. That would not happen. All right, guys, let's get into it. So my first question is, Jinhan is not on right now, but he turned me on to Seis Manos. Anybody watch that on Netflix? He said that will be a lot like Into the Badlands, and people would, if people like Into the Badlands, they'd like Seis Manos on Netflix. Anybody seen it? So Javon, you haven't seen it yet. It's what, 8 series, I think. I mean 8 episodes, and it's an animation, and it's actually pretty good. I haven't seen that. Is that on Netflix too, Demon Slayer? Hey Kyle, what's going on, man? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna see Midway. Even though people are saying Midway is like a B movie, but it's getting RA ratings. I'm gonna see Midway. I still didn't get a chance to go see um Doctor Sleep, which I was really mad about because I wanted to see that on Thursday, but some things happened. My wife and I are down to one car. Well, we were down to one car, so it was just impossible for me to get out and see things. Because literally, like when I was coming home, she was leaving because she works at night. She's a nurse, so she works at night, and we're just like trading off cars, and I just didn't get a chance to see a lot of stuff. So now that's on social media, Javon, that you said you might spit in someone's food. I'm not even going to tell you actually the stuff I've seen when I was younger and I was working at. They don't have them anymore, at least not here in Maryland. Bob's Big Boys. I've seen some things that were horrible from people complaining about stuff at the table. That's why I always say, man, listen, if I go to a restaurant and you get the order wrong, I'm going to be very nice about you changing my order because I know what happens in the back. When people fuss at the waiter, especially if the manager has to come out. Yeah, I'm not messing around with that. Yep, I definitely want to see Ford versus Ferrari too. That looks really good. I want to see those two together also. So I'm really looking forward to that. There's a lot of stuff. Like November is a big month for movies. There's a lot of big titles coming out in November. Yeah, I'll check that out, Kamikaze. And then I'm gonna put it in the community tab. Look at it at your own risk. Something that somebody sent me about, I'll just say something that happened with a mouse at Applebee's, one of the Applebee's here in Maryland. And when a friend of mine sent it to me in text, I was mad because I couldn't eat for like a whole day just thinking about that. It was disgusting. Yeah, you know what, Kyle? I want to see Lighthouse too. I want to see Lighthouse because of Pattinson. Because as I've said before, everybody's linking him to Batman, which I think he'll be fine in now. But I heard Lighthouse was really good. I heard the way it was done was really good. How they shot it in black and white was really good. And Defoe and Patterson in that I heard were fantastic. So I definitely check Lighthouse out as well, though. Oh, but here it hasn't dropped yet. It hasn't come out yet in Maryland. I don't know if it's out in other places. Hey, what's going on, James? I haven't seen C. Everybody's talking about C. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I put out where I was kind of comparing Watchmen to Warrior and saying that it reminds me of not Warrior, but ITB reminds me of ITB a little bit, like not exactly like ITB, but there are some themes in Watchmen and the kind of like the tone in Watchmen reminds me a little bit Into the Badlands. So I put out this whole video seeing if people could kind of see what I was talking about. Most people were like, "Nah, dude, you're crazy." We don't see that at all. But to me, it does. Anyway, I say all that to say that everybody's talking about C. That's what I was talking about, Cobra. C is on Apple Plus, and man, that people are saying that it's pretty good. And I heard some other things are coming out that's going to be okay on Apple Plus. So I might check it out. And I think it's like $4 a month. It's not that much. So, but I'm going to check it out to see C but for nothing else, because I'm hearing so many good things about it. Yeah, I think you have to be blind to see C. Yep. Disney Plus is up in a few days. And I'm telling you, man, I'm super excited about The Mandalorian. And like I said before, I'm not that big of a fan of the newer Star Wars content, but The Mandalorian looks so good. I can't wait for that. And also, you guys, I got a chance I didn't react to it, man. This week's just been crazy, but I got a chance to see the latest Witcher trailer. Did you guys see that? See, man, this makes me mad because like if the Stream Deck was up or the Streamlabs wasn't acting funny, we could watch that together. We can't do anything now. Just see me straight talk to you because I'm literally streaming off of YouTube's platform, not through Stream Deck. I might fool around with that tonight if I get a chance. So if you guys see me go live later after the stream, it's just me fooling around, just trying to figure out what's going on because I can't get it to work. But I wanted to watch that with you guys together. Did you guys see the trailer for The Witcher, the latest trailer for The Witcher? Oh yeah, there is one, and it's good. I'm trying to tell you, man. I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but you don't understand how good The Witcher can be. And the trailer even makes me more excited about it. I wish Jen Hahn was on because I know he's pretty excited about it. You don't understand how good The Witcher can be. If it follows the books, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, if it follows the books, The Witcher could give Game of Thrones a run for its money and even have more elements in it to get excited about. But The Witcher has a whole bunch of just like different monsters, different magical elements. I'm telling you, man, that story is crazy good. And I'm hoping to get through all of the books by the time it drops on I think December 20th. The Witcher could be, I'm telling you, The Witcher could dethrone Game of Thrones. You heard it here. What's today's date? It is the 10th of November. You heard it here, 2019. Yeah, I can't wait for Umbrella Academy. You probably can download all of them. I mean, you know me, man. You guys have heard me say it before. I'm all about the audio books. I've got them on Audible, but I've got like a monthly subscription to Audible. So yeah, I can't wait for Umbrella Academy too. Umbrella Academy was a shocker to me on Netflix. I was not expecting for it to be as good as it is. So I was very, very surprised with that first season. I can't wait for Umbrella Academy. That should be really good. Speaking of Netflix, does anybody know if what's the name of the show that we were so disappointed by because we thought it was going to kind of give us the edge off of our ITB fix, but it wasn't. The Netflix show. What's the martial arts? I can't even think of it with Aiko. Man, now it's driving me nuts. Man. Yeah, the What If series. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I know. That I can't remember what that show. What is that show? See, it's that bad. I can't even remember the name of it. With Louis Tan is in there as well. Um, that's it. Wu Assassins. Thanks, L. Yeah, are they getting a season 2? Anybody know? I'd be surprised if they can, but I think it has a decent enough fan base actually. But I'd be surprised if they get a season 2. The Punisher. I want to see a Punisher movie. That's what I want, and I want it with John Bernthal. I haven't watched Demon Slayer. That's on Netflix. Is that an animation? Netflix has actually got a lot of new things on there. Is that an animation? Yeah, some anime I'm into, Javon. Depends. If I got to read subtitles, then anime and I are not friends. That's kind of what makes me salty about One Punch Man. Like I kind of got to wait till they do the dub version of it because reading the subtitles takes away the enjoyment of the show. But yeah, no, I like it. I like a lot of anime. So I'm into it. It's just the subtitles that would kill me. Are they talking about a season 3 of The Punisher? On where? I mean, where's that going to be? Is that going to be on Netflix or is that going to be on Disney Plus? Hey, what's going on? Welcome. I got. How do I pronounce that name? Is it Kwame Atopa? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Yeah, I guess you make a good point. They probably couldn't put Punisher on Disney Plus. Never seen that, Captain. Oh wow, that's kind of sad to hear, honestly, because Umbrella Academy is outstanding. Speaking of might not get a season 2, I don't know if you guys saw that interview. I think it was either the director or the writer from Watchmen, and he's saying that there might not be a season 2 of Watchmen. He's saying that this might just be it. And he said actually that basically they put everything into this show. Like they didn't cut corners or they weren't holding anything back because they thought they might produce another season of it. He's like they're giving it all they've got this first season, and he doesn't know if there's going to be a season 2 to Watchmen. So it'll be interesting to see. But I'm kind of thinking there will be if the show is doing as well as it is. So we'll see. They might be panicking about that, but I don't. They shouldn't, because I feel like the people who watch or are excited about Rise of the which is interesting because like I can't even get tickets for it, and I started trying to get them at the middle of next month, and they're sold out. At least for the theater that I go to. I go to the bougie theater, where they bring you your food and all that. So, but I think it's gonna be fine. I don't. Disney shouldn't be. I wouldn't be worried about that. I don't think it's gonna be an issue at all. Netflix has some good stuff on it. Javon, does it? I mean, they've got some decent shows on there to me. I haven't seen all of them, so I can't really comment on how good they are. But they got some good looking stuff on there to me. I mean, I don't know, Captain. People are just waiting for the second season of The Boys. That's all, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'm still getting slammed for my Homelander versus video. I mean, my Homelander versus Superman video. When I say slam, I mean people saying some things that'll make your grandmother roll over in her grave. I'm like, woo wee, boy, Superman's got some heavy fans. That was my fault though, because I didn't really qualify what version of Superman I was talking about. So I'll take that on the chin with that video. But it's crazy to see like how many comments come in dead. People just telling me that I'm, a dumb MFer and I don't know what I'm talking about, basically. Hey, Chilnix, I think I missed you coming in. Yeah, they're attacking me. That's an understatement, Captain. They want my head on steak. That can't be right, Kyle. They're saying that Rise of the Skywalker's not finished. That's crazy. Hey, what's going on, Envy? That can't be right, Kyle. I mean, they're already selling tickets for it. Wow. I don't know. Had you guys heard that the Rise of the Skywalker's not finished yet? Kyle was just saying that in the chat, but I'm like, really? Because they certainly are selling tickets for it. You know what? What's funny, Adric? If I did a Captain America versus Batman, people would have Batman coming out on top because what people say the same thing about Batman, or people give Batman the same edge that they give Superman. What people will say, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it, but what people are going to say about Batman is this: is that he is the world's greatest detective, and he will find a way to overcome Captain America, and they're going to have Batman winning that. I kind of feel like it's the same thing about Superman. Might get me in trouble if Terrence hops on Terrence Main. I know I'm going to be in trouble. Superman, they when you look at the older issues or the older episodes of Superman, like Superman during the Golden Age, really, they just write it into the comic that he can do stuff. And I said this before, like if he needs to do something, oh, Superman needs to move a planet. Bam, Superman can move a planet. Superman needs to punch a hole in time and space. Superman can punch a hole in time and space. Superman needs be able to hold a black hole within his hand and contain it. Superman can hold a black hole in his hand and contain it. So, I mean, they almost set him up to be insurmountable. And it sounds like I'm Superman hating. I'm not. I'm actually a fan, but I do think that they are very convenient with how they allow him to get out of some situations. That's just my opinion. So you think Captain America could actually take Superman? Maybe. I mean, I hear you, Envy. I mean, I think that Batman is formidable. There's no question about it. I mean, you know he is because you've seen in so many different cases where he has contingency plans for everything. Like the best way that you're going to beat Batman in an encounter is if you meet him off the break. But if you're going to encounter Batman and he's had time to research who you are, then I mean, it's really possible that he might come out on top almost no matter who he's going against. Just because I mean he's a guy that prepares so much. Like I totally can see that. But just like off the break, I don't know about that. I don't know if Cap would lose to Batman. Yeah, man. People love that dude. People love Superman. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Oh, wait. What are you saying, Elle, about Black Noir? So here's the deal with Black Noir and what happens in the comic book, because people like that was one of the responses that people made with the Homelander versus Superman. They were like, well, look how easily Butcher was able to take out Black Noir, and Black Noir was able to kill basically Homelander. This is in the comic books, by the way, so that's not a spoiler because I know if they're going to follow that line of story in the TV show. But the thing about it is you got to remember that Black Noir was hurt. It wasn't like Black Noir was going against Billy fresh. He was going against Billy after the encounter with Homelander. So, or after the encounter with somebody. So if I'm wrong about that, somebody correct me. So that's how he was able to do it. He was already hurt. He was like on his last leg, and then Billy just took him out. It wasn't like Billy just came up on him fresh and it was able to defeat him. That wouldn't have happened. That's a good question. That's a fair question, L. That's a fair question. Could Butcher crack Superman's skull? Probably not. He probably couldn't crack his skull even if Superman was wounded by kryptonite. Probably couldn't get through his skin. That's a fair question. I think the Beyonder could be Superman. I don't even think there's a question about that, Captain. I think definitely, especially if you take the Beyonder before they kind of nerfed him, so to speak. There's no question he could be Superman, unless you're a Superman fan, and then of course Superman could beat the Beyonder. Oh, wait, Cobra. So Cobra, you're saying wait, Skywalker's bad reviews, reasons why the movie is going into hiatus is giving a step down from. Oh wow, I didn't really know that. So you guys saw the comment that Cobra just posted about Skywalker getting bad. There he is. Hey Jahan, what's going on, man? Welcome. We started a little bit late too because, like I said, I've been trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done, so we started a little bit late. I Part of the reason why we started late, you guys, was I had to like hurry up and create the thumbnail for the video, so that's part of the reason why we started late. Man, we've been talking about a whole lot of different things. We touched on your show again, Seis Manos, a little bit, but we didn't really get into it too much. It seems like a lot of people haven't seen it. I just finished it, so it's actually really good. It's really good. It's really interesting. No, it doesn't really have the ITV feel to me. I know it does to you, Jenheim, but it doesn't to me. But I do like the show for an animation. I especially like the martial arts and how they've given like kind of classic or traditional martial arts, but they've mixed it culturally with a whole bunch of stuff going on. That's really cool. So I'm looking forward to season 2 there and to find out really more of what's going on. And then just a lot of the supernatural stuff has been really, really cool. What's going on, Cornbread? Welcome. I'm curious. I know a lot of you guys have mentioned C. How many people have actually seen C? I still haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to check it out. That's on my list too. That's on my list, and also Dolomite is on my list for tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get through that between the time I get home and jujitsu class. Hopefully, I can get through that because Kamikaze. If I don't get through Kamikaze is going to beat me up. I already know it. I've accepted it, so I got to watch it tomorrow because I don't want that crazy brother knocking on my door. So I'm going to try and check out Dolomite tomorrow as well. So wait, Cornbread, you pun intended, you did see C. So how was C? Did you like it as much as most people have? Because people are raving about it, man. No, I haven't made a Discord as of yet, but I've thought about it. I don't know a whole bunch about Discord actually. I know some other friends, some other YouTubers that have channels like mine that have a Discord. So it's funny because a lot of people are saying that it's like ITB without the martial arts, but I don't even know. Like it's hard for me to get that wrap my head around that because of what makes ITB ITB. That the martial arts are such a centralized part of that. So now I got to really check it out because now you got me intrigued because you're not the first one that said that. Other people have said it's like ITB without the martial arts, but I'm like, how can that really be? So I want to check that out. All right, cool, Javon. Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, I'm not opposed to setting one up. I just haven't done it, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to do it, but I'm sure it's easy enough. Yeah, the superhero stuff is fun. I agree with that. I agree with that. Speaking of superhero stuff, Have you guys heard anything about what might be coming for the Avengers? Are we looking at another Avengers for Marvel Phase 5? I mean, I've heard stuff, but I don't know if it's true. Like, I don't know if there's anything official about it. I've heard people talk about the possibility of a different Avengers group assembling for Phase 5. I wondered if anybody heard anything like official. Okay, so Javon, you're saying something around like 2020. Speaking of, well, this doesn't have anything to do with superhero movies, but it does have our buddy in it. 20, is it 24, 21 bridges or something like that with Chadwick. And I want to see that too. Actually, I'm interested to see how that comes out. Oh snap! What did he say, Jinhan? What did Feige say? I don't know. I don't want to make you type a lot, so don't. If you don't want to type a lot, I guess I can go online and look it up. But what did he say? Whoa, wait a minute. Javon, are you saying that Jin Han is saying that Feige said that you basically have to pay for Disney Plus to be able to keep up with the movies? Oh, yeah, that sucks. Like, that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. Like, so here's my theory about stuff like that. If you're going to make a movie, a major motion picture, and I understand backstories, I understand materials, I understand all that kind of stuff, but you need to make a movie that the average moviegoer that's not a fan of the other stuff at least can go and see and enjoy. But if you're going to tie it to something like that, to me, like that's crazy. That's not right. Even though I did hear that Disney Plus was going to tie a lot of their shows, or their shows were going to have an influence on what was going on cinematically, which I think, I don't know. I don't know. I guess from a business aspect, I think that's smart, but I think that that's wrong for the average moviegoer, kind of trying to force their hand to follow the streaming service. I don't like that. Although, actually, I mean, when I hear you say that about Loki and the Scarlet Witch, Devon, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange too. Definitely one of my favorite Marvel characters. But I still don't like that, man. You're roping me. I mean, I'm gonna pay it. I mean, everybody knows I'm gonna pay it, but I don't like you putting a press on me about it. I don't like that. Which having a crush on Doctor Strange. I don't know, Captain. You know, he's old father, but that doesn't mean anything, I guess. Oh wow! So that's the word on Avengers movie. Wow, Phase 6. I guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, I agree with you, Jinhan. They should be standalone. You know what I want to see though? What I hope Disney, I mean, what I hope Marvel does. I don't know if this is going to happen, even though there been some rumors about Marvel maybe doing something around Secret Wars. I would love to see that. Like that would be awesome. And that's a way that that's a way that I would like to see, even though I know we've had the Venom movie, but that's a way that I like to see the symbiote introduced into the MCU, because you guys know how it happened in Secret Wars. Basically, it attached itself to Spider-Man and came back to Earth that way. Like I would love to see that intro of the symbiote into the MCU. I would love to see a Secret Wars. That's my favorite Marvel story of all times. I mean, the man, my mind is just jelly. But the what is wrong with me, man? I can't think, man. My long term memory is just shot. I need to get a CAT scan or something. Something's wrong. But Endgame, that whole saga was interesting, but it wasn't as good as Secret Wars to me. Secret Wars is my favorite story of from Marvel. I also like House of M, but I really like Secret Wars. Oh, they canceled Cloak and Dagger? I didn't know that. I'm not more of a DC fan, Javon. No, my biggest problem with DC is maybe not now, but my biggest problem in DC in the past has been just kind of just some of the like the hokiness of the characters has bothered me with DC. And I've always felt like Marvel characters are more accessible just to the average comic book reader. I know I'm gonna kick up some sand when I say that because I know there's some DC loves, but that's just my thing with DC. I believe that, Javon. Joker, I have Joker so far, and actually, I want to know what you think about this. I have Joker so far, for me anyway, as the best movie of the year. That's what I think. I think Joker was phenomenal for all of the talk or the bad press that it got. Joker was on point. Like that story was tremendously focused, which is what I loved about it. You didn't have to worry about a whole bunch of side plots and things going on. You had that one character to focus on, and they built that story so powerfully around that character with all of the other like mental health themes. But to have that attached to somebody as iconic as the Joker is really what made that movie as powerful to me as it did. And notwithstanding some of the social stuff that was going on there, like Joker was on point. I loved Joker. Best movie of the year to me. Now we'll see if it wins an Academy Award or if Phoenix gets nominated. He should, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I still think that Hollywood doesn't really respect superhero movies like they should. And I know other people have said that, but I think that that's true too. I mean, look at what Scorsese said about some of the Marvel movies, but don't even get me going with that. Although I am looking forward to The Irishman. I definitely Joker's one of those gems. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, Jinhan. So I was telling them before you came on that I wanted to react to it with you guys, but I'm not right now. I'm on just directly through YouTube site. I'm not on through Stream Deck, so we can't do like all the fancy screen switching and all that kind of good stuff. I didn't do a reaction to it, but I saw it because I couldn't wait. Yeah, it looks fantastic. And it's crazy because like you said, if you're reading the books, you can see a whole bunch of stuff from those clips, like when they showed the bridge scene and they showed Kaer Morhen. I think that was Kaer Morhen where the tower is. Like so, I was telling the people before you came on that The Witcher. I don't know if you were here when I said this. I'm going to say it again. I totally think that if The Witcher is done right, and Netflix really does what they should by this property, I think The Witcher could dethrone Game of Thrones. It depends on how they tell the story. They have enough material to tell a really good story. And when you add, The Witcher has so many elements in it that are interesting, from the development of the people, from the creatures, the magic, the broader story, the subplots. Oh man, I'm anyway. I say all that to say, yeah, I saw it. It was awesome. Oh, Envy, are you so you got Blood of Elves now? Did I just finish Blood of Elves? No, I think I finished that 2 books ago. I might be able to get through all of them by the time this thing drops. Are you listening to it on Audible, Envy? How did you get it? Oh, hey, Journey. I don't think I caught you coming in. Sorry if I did, man. How you doing? So you tried to watch Joker twice, but you were bored. Now I saw it twice. The second time I saw it, I felt like I actually picked up more. Yeah, I have it. I have it on Audible too. I'm an Audible junkie, really. I want to try and get them to sponsor a video, man. I should. They should. I'm already paying a grip. So I don't know. When we hit 10K or so, I'm gonna contact them and say, hey, how'd you like me to sponsor a video or do some kind of commercial for you on the channel? I'm already a big fan of Audible. I love Audible. Jinhan, did you finish? You finished The Last Wish, right? Yeah, man, I'm salty about what Scorsese said too. Like, I mean, how dare you really talk that way about the Marvel movies? All the fans that like what's being done, and then you're not going to call it real movie making. Like to me, that's crazy pompous. I mean, what can you say about Scorsese though? Like you can't lie about the work that the man's done. I mean, his films have been phenomenal, and he's been making movies since the '70s. But I mean, come on, man, or maybe even before the '70s. But I know the '70s. How you gonna? How you just gonna straight just like trash the Marvel movies like that? Like, who are you? I mean, enough respect to who you are as a director. Nobody can argue that. But who the heck are you, dude? Like, just be quiet. If you don't like it, then say you don't like it. But don't try and trash it. That's not cool. Okay, so you're on Blood of Elves now, Jinhan. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, the thing about the Witcher book, guys, for those of you guys who are you guys who are not, I keep telling you, you gotta get the audiobooks. And for me, the way that the audiobooks are read on Audible is fantastic. I think Peter Kennan is his name. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Man, it's so good. And you learn like the details you learn about the characters, like they make you care about all the characters. I'm not gonna say in Tower of Swallows, I think that's what I'm on right now. Like something happens to some folks that you're familiar with, and you're like, wow. That's all I'll say. I was just like, I was like, oh wow. And man, it's just crazy. It's crazy. That's right. Peter Kinney is his name. He's good, man. Like the thing about Peter Kinney in those books is he voices every character. I didn't know that. I had to ask about that. And then I found that he voices every character. I was like, that's amazing. Because he does. I mean, you want to talk about bringing that story to life, man. It is amazing. Oh, I didn't even know he was trying to do that, Kamikaze. I didn't know that Scorsese wanted a hand in that. Ah, you live and learn. And it's the same thing for James Cameron too, Jidhan. That was so funny when I heard that about him and Wonder Woman. I'm like, what are you crazy? Wonder Woman was fantastic. I said in a video that I liked Wonder Woman better than I did Spider-Man Homecoming. I don't know if anybody's trying to swing at me through the screen, but I did. I thought Wonder Woman was better than Spider-Man Homecoming. So I don't know what James Cameron is talking about. Like, who the heck are you, man? I mean, like I said, you can't really trash their work. I mean, the stuff they've done is phenomenal. Titanic and oh, what's the second movie that they're doing now? Which I thought was just Avatar, which I liked. I didn't think Avatar was as great as everybody was saying, but I liked it. But come on, man. Yeah, Wonder Woman was fantastic, and you're right. Scorsese's a hater. You know what I wonder though? Here's what I wonder. I wonder how Scorsese or would do, not with a Joker movie, but with a Marvel movie, like with an Avengers movie or something like that, where those stories are, in my opinion, a lot harder to tell because you have so many different heroes and there's so many different characters, and you have to tell a cohesive story while telling the story well enough to connect us to the characters that everybody knows who they are. Everybody is familiar with them. So you have to get their on-screen presence right. Like, I wonder how well Cameron and Scorsese could actually pull that off. We know the phenomenal work they've done in some of their other movies. And I mean, Scorsese, I'm thinking about like Inception. I mean, he's done some amazing stuff, but I wonder, since he's so skilled, I wonder how well he could pull off a story like that and really kind of bring it to light that the way that the Marvel has done. I don't know. I don't know that he could do it. And I'm not, I mean, I can't take anything away from the brother, but I don't know that he could do it. You know what was funny, L? Like, I mean, I'm gonna see Avatar too, but so let me put it this way. I liked Avatar for what it brought us cinematically. I was super impressed by that, and I thought the building was really good in Avatar. I thought the story was good in Avatar too, but I'm not blown away by Avatar. Not saying that it's bad at all, but I'm not just awestruck by that movie. So I'm gonna see two, but I'm not super excited about seeing two. I'm just not. We'll see. We'll see, Javon, whether it beats Endgame. I mean, who knows? It might. I mean, he's really trying to build it up. I don't know. We'll see. And you are right, Envy. It's been a long time with Avatar since we've seen anything. Yeah, right, Jahan. I mean, how many versions do we have of it? I know they're working on three now. I guess they're doing two and three at the same time. Oh, sorry. Correction. Cobra says two, three, and four. And personally, I'm going to tell you, I think that there's a danger with doing with going past three movies. The three I can see fine, but if you're doing a fourth, I don't know. I mean, I think the whole idea behind Avatar has a shelf life, and I think that you got the most mileage out of that story from the first movie, from the first Avatar movie, because it was an interesting and kind of fresh and new story, especially visually. But I think you can burn that. You can burn that bridge. Like you can burn that movie out. It's kind of the same way I feel about Stranger Things. Like, what are we gonna do now in Stranger Things? Are we gonna tell another story where there's like some little alien worm or some little worm from the whatever they call that, the other side, that's gotten into our world and has slithered somewhere and nobody could find them, and like when we saw at the end of Stranger Things, and now we have the same thing in Russia now. Like, how many times are we going to tell that story? Like, but I don't know where else Stranger Things can go. I think Stranger Things is going to burn itself out too. That's just my personal thought. Yeah, you could be right about that, L, because Terminator was awful. Man, so man, I'll tell you, if we get 7 seasons of The Witcher, that would be awesome. I think, Jinhan, that this first season is only 8 episodes. Honestly, I wish they were doing The Witcher week by week. I wish Netflix was not using a binging format for that. I really, really do. Because I feel like, I mean, I know for us, for the channel, it'd be great because we'd be able to spark greater discussion. But I feel like it's I don't know, for something like The Witcher and all the source material and all the stuff there is to tell in the story. I feel like you gotta let it marinate, man. You gotta go week by week to let it sink in. That was part of the value of Game of Thrones. The fact that you couldn't binge it, the fact that you had to think about it, you had to let it marinate. But I don't know. I heard there was talk of Netflix possibly doing something like that with their shows, but I don't think that that's happening with The Witcher. So well, I guess we'll see. You know what? So Jed Hyde, they might go past the novels, like Game of Thrones with The Witcher, because I do know that the director talked about wanting to tell stories that expanded some of the characters that maybe we didn't get all that information about them from the novel. So maybe they will go past the novels. I don't know. But there's so much to tell. As you know, you're reading The Witcher now. There's so much to tell that I think they could easily get 7 seasons out of it and more, really. Because there's so much to focus on with The Witcher. I think so, Cornbread. I'm telling you, man. I think, like I've said, there's so much with The Witcher. I definitely could see The Witcher being the next big thing. I could see The Witcher. I know, just all right, just go with me here. I could see The Witcher actually giving the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon a run for money, even though I think probably production-wise, the Lord of the Rings series is going to be much better than The Witcher because they just sank so much money into it. And it also has just like a boatload of source material to create stuff off of. But I'm just telling you, like, intensity of story and all these different like interesting aspects, I think The Witcher is going to be hard to deal with because there's so much to tell within the Witcher universe. It's just crazy. Yeah, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones was on point. I cannot lie. No, Terminator did not deliver. Journey. As a matter of fact, like, didn't it? How much did it lose the first week? It lost. It lost more than what it cost to make the movie. I think, if I'm getting my numbers correct. I mean, yeah, we could still definitely do that one journey, meet week by week to talk about The Witcher. But the thing about it is, it's like if you binge the whole thing, I mean, we don't whole bunch of mileage out of the discussion. I mean, what are we going to talk about? You're going to know if we go episode by episode. It's not like you're not going to know what we're going to talk about for the next episode because you've seen the whole season. So, but anyway, yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know what, Cornbread? I don't think the Wheel of Time. Well, all right. So let me preface it by saying this. I don't think the Wheel of Time is going to threaten The Witcher, but you know better than I do because you're familiar with the source material of the Wheel of Time. I'm still getting through the audiobook for the Wheel of Time, which is not that well produced. So I'm saying I'm stepping lightly when I say that because I really haven't read it. So maybe it's inappropriate for me to say that it won't eclipse The Witcher because I don't really know much about it. But the overall story, from what I do know, does seem pretty fascinating. Oh my gosh, it's the Sanguine. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Well, welcome, buddy. Welcome. And Dory, you slipped in too. I didn't see you, man. I try to keep a watchful eye on who's coming through the door. Oh, wait. So, Dory, you saw Midway. Wait, Motherless Brooklyn is out? I didn't even know that. And Last Christmas comes out this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. And wait a minute. Is Kamikaze still on? Because I know he's gonna get on to me for this, but I don't even care. That George Michael song Last Christmas is the bomb. Yeah. I play that during the Christmas season. There, I said it. Man, I'm glad you can make it on, the Sanguine. It's good to see you, man. Oh, that's crazy. Wow, that's a lot of money. No, there's no way. There's no way it's making that much money. No way. I got that thing, unless they just keep it in the theaters. I got that thing maybe making another 3-week run in the theaters because those numbers are tanking. There's no way in the world. I mean, I don't even know how it makes up that much ground internationally. Maybe it'll do better. I don't know. I don't know about that. No. I don't know about that. Oh, you know what? Let me ask you guys a question off topic, but I really do want your feedback. So be honest here, because I think this is going to make me look like a monster, but I'm going to ask this question anyway. So I was at a jiu-jitsu tournament this week, and I wasn't competing, but I was just supporting a friend that was competing. But there were a lot of kids competing at that tournament, and a lot of kids were crying, like they weren't hurt, but they were just crying. They either cried because they lost or what have you, or they cried because they didn't want to finish the fight. So I leaned over and told my friend Charles, I said, you know what? And this is going to make me seem like a monster, but I really do want your feedback. Sorry, we're getting off track, but I was dying to ask you guys to see what you thought about this. I said, if that was my kid and he wasn't hurt, or she wasn't hurt for that matter, and they just started crying because they were having difficulty with the match, I would make them go finish that match. The tears would not deter me. I would not pull them out. Now, I saw some parents that were saying, oh, you don't have to finish it. It's okay. No, you're going to finish that match unless you are hurt. And that's what I would do. Does that make me a monster? Does that make me a savage? That's my question to you. Just want to know what your feedback is. There you go. See, Elle agrees. I don't know what that means, Javon. I don't know if you agree with that or not. I agree. Sanguine, I agree. Hey, Cornbread, you agree too. Man, look, I remember, I will never forget it. This was probably like one of my first tournaments, and I'm normally the biggest guy out there, and I don't know if it was my second fight or something like that, but I'm going to tell you, that dude hit me so hard that I mean, I immediately like saw stars. I was like, it's time to pray. Because man, he hit me with some major blows. So I say that to say I know what it feels like to go out there and get hit or kicked, and you're like, Shazam! Man, are they swinging like that? But I finished that fight. So I got you, Dory. Did I sound like the Joker? Does that make me a monster? All right, I'm done with that question. Anyway, I just figured out that. Yeah, it is, Sanguine. It sure is. Oh, just a heads up, you guys. For anybody that's not recording Watchmen, it's on now. I mean, I'm recording it, so it's all good. But oh, I wanted to ask you guys this about Watchmen. What do you think was happening in that end scene with the car? Do you think Dr. Manhattan had anything to do with that, or did the car drop? That's one thing about Watchmen. I'm still not completely sure what's going on, but I was curious to know what you guys thought about that last scene when Laurie walks out and the car drops in front of her. Like, what was going on there? And do you think that Dr. Manhattan had anything to do with that? Actually, I wouldn't mind that if Disney got their hands on Dragon Ball. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing a decent live action Dragon Ball movie. Yeah, I think so too, Adric, but I kind of think so. I don't know. It's really hard to track all going on in Watchmen. And before I actually watched it, really got on my nerves, even though I thought the show was fantastic. But the nonlinear storytelling, I was like, what the heck is going on? But now actually I appreciate it. You know what? That could be true. That could be true, Cobra. It could be. I do wonder though if Laurie's conversations with him is having any impact on him, and like, is there any remnant of connection left with him to her? Clearly, she is connected to him. I think she's a little bit crazy too myself. Oh, also, it was funny with Watchmen that I thought the kind of mock Batman character I thought was hilarious too. That was a nice touch. I wanted to ask as well. Now I know that they're doing an Into the Spider-Verse too, but I heard some talk about a live action Into the Spider-Verse from that kind of the Spider-Verse universe. Did you guys hear anything about that? Yeah, she could have. She could have Cobra. That whole scene was kind of strange to me. I was like, okay. Yeah, I like that too about Watchmen Sanguine as well. Like to me, Watchmen has been impressive because the way that they tell the story and what they've been able to do really within a short amount. Technically, we're halfway through the season after tonight. I think there's only 9 episodes. Um, is they've really found a way to connect you to those characters within a relatively short amount of time, and also to have those characters have at least a feeling like they have a fair amount of depth, even though they might not have a whole bunch of depth. Some of them don't, but they've just written it in a way that really makes you connect with the characters. It's really kind of fascinating. So and I agree. I know that Jen Hine made a comment that he really liked last week's episode because it focused a lot on Lori, which I thought was really cool to bring her in and to have really one of the original members of the Watchmen now involved in the story and connecting with the new folks within the Watchmen story. I thought was really good. I think they do a really good job of telling this story. And it was interesting when I did the video about it, there were some people that didn't like the Watchmen's message because they felt like it was too much of a woke message. But here's the thing about that, in my opinion. I think that the way that this story is told is done so well that it all fits kind of seamlessly within the big story of the Watchmen. And it doesn't necessarily feel like, to me, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're being kind of beat over the head with that message. But I could see how people might feel that way. But I feel like almost, I don't know. It just the way that they tell that story, I think, is really, really good. Like it doesn't, like I feel like I'm being beat over the head with a message when I'm watching Batwoman, but I don't feel that way about Watchmen, and I think it's because of how they tell the story. Okay. Well, I haven't seen I haven't seen it yet, Javon Demon Slayer. So speaking of Batwoman, is anybody watching that? Has it gotten any better? I haven't seen it since the second episode, so I really don't know. Nope, got one. Nope. Yeah, it's bad, L. It's bad. That's for sure. Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's getting worse too. Adric, you said you've seen 3 episodes. You say it's getting worse. Train, what's going on? I know, D Train, because she's horrible. She can't, she cannot act. And people talked about her being okay in John Wick, and I guess she was because she didn't have any lines. But yeah, yeah. Nope, I'll pass. That's the problem. Oh, also wanted to say thanks again to all the folks that are on. I mean, you guys probably were not paying attention to the numbers, but we've got a pretty big jump of subscribers, which has been really cool. Super grateful for that. So if you're on and maybe not in the chat, just thank you so much for connecting with the channel. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here on the live streams. One of the best things that we do on the channel. So thank you guys for connecting and just supporting the channel. Again, we're still trying to hit that 10K goal by the new year, and we might do it if the numbers keep up. So thank you and welcome to all of the new folks that are part of the Dark Side community. So I just wanted to say that if you're on and you're watching, but you're silent in the chat, appreciate it. Jerry. Hey Jerry, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully you will not be a stranger if you got to go to work and understand that, got to get back to work. Definitely understood, but man, hopefully we'll see you again. Hey, you know what's so funny? She does look like him. She does look like him. What if that were true? That's not true, is it? But because she looks like him. That's funny. I heard Cornbread that this is Arrow's last season, right? Or is it next season going to be Arrow's last season? That's what I heard. See you, Jerry. Oh, I don't know who. So you got me, D Train, because I didn't know who she was related to. I heard saying when the Warrior season 2 was coming out in April, but I'm not sure about that. Jin Han might have a better pulse on that. Jin Han, do you know when Warrior's coming out season 2 for Warrior? I heard April, but I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know when Warrior's coming back, but I mean, I assume sometime next year, 2020. So, but I'm not sure exactly when. But I'm pretty sure it is coming back because that show did phenomenally in terms of how much people like the show. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Dory of Loki is not dead. You never know what's going on with him, even though it did seem pretty permanent in Endgame. So, or not in, the movie before that. Ah, it's an alternate reality. Well, that always works for bringing somebody back. Hmm. Oh, you know what that reminds me of, Cornbread? You know what I want to see too? I really hope somebody does this. I really would like to see a live action movie of the Thundercats. Man, I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. And I hope that like they get a good director, and boy, that would just be so awesome. Yeah, Thundercats was great. I love Thundercats. Yep. Me and my brother used to watch it every Saturday. Thundercats was great. I got to get Thundercats t-shirt, by the way. Also, has anybody heard anything about what's going on with Suicide Squad 2? So it's official, right? That Gunn is directing that, or has that changed, or am I out of the loop? No, I didn't hear about what happened to Hawkeye. What happened to him, Javon? Okay, with Suicide Squad 2, L. I feel like Suicide Squad 1, man, they just really messed up with the writing of that. I think that movie actually had a lot of potential. Okay, so that's cool, Jinhan. So he is directing it. No, I can't. Yeah, apparently I am late, Cobra. I can't pull up set pics though, not with this format. I could do it if we were on or are you clowning me? I can't tell. I can't tell if you're making fun. But if you're not, I can't pull up set pics on this format. I can do it on Streamlabs or on Stream Deck, but I can't do it on on this format. It's really sad when I can't tell what you're doing. Yeah, man, I will tell you one journey. If we could get a Thundercats movie, I'd be so happy. That's right, Sanguine. That's what made the movie perfect. Oh wow, Cobra! I had not heard that. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. That's crazy, man. What got into him? You know what, Dory? I don't know. I don't have any. I don't really have any issues with that. I feel like you use CGI where it's needed, and you can use it well. So I don't really have any concerns about that. I mean, I know that the James Dean is iconic, but yeah, no, I don't really have any issues with that. Yeah, that's unfortunate, L. That's really sad. Especially, man, if your kids were in the room, Jacking them up, man. That stuff has a toll on you. Yeah, sad. It's unfortunate. All right. Okay. Yeah, I heard mixed reviews about the Harriet movie too. Some people really liked it, some people didn't. I haven't seen it yet either. Man, there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. I had some friends that went to go see it this week. No. All right, you guys, I got to get ready to bounce. Oh, here, let me put this out because we did start another channel, which it would be awesome if you guys would go and support the channel by subscribing, even if you don't care about it, because I'm trying to get some velocity with first launch. We actually launched it today, so I will link it up here, and that's the link for it. Actually, that's why one of the reasons why I have to go. I have to give a presentation because I'm actually giving a presentation at a college tomorrow about just what it's been like to be on YouTube for these past years. And it's crazy because the presentation is crazy because this channel is still relatively small. But when I had a conversation about the professor that wanted me to talk about it, they're having a college and career week. I did say one of the best things about this channel is that it has a really, really good community. And that for me has been what's been so powerful about YouTube. Of course, we're trying to grow the channel, but the community is powerful. And then like a lot of the misconceptions that people have about YouTube channels, which is that they think that the channel either has to be really huge to be successful, which is not the case because there are a lot of very successful, us especially with community, but there are a lot of small channels that earn actually that are pretty successful too. And some of you guys have been awesome too, because you guys have given directly through, some of you guys have given directly through PayPal, which has been really helpful. So basically I'm giving a talk tomorrow at the college about how I was able to go part-time on my job. And part of the giving that you guys give is part of how that happens. So thank you so much for that. So anyway, all right, guys, linking it up. Appreciate the subs. If you are willing, next week we'll be back, and I will have seen a lot more things next week. Again, Cobra, I'm going to check out Dolomite tomorrow. I should see that tomorrow. We will, of course, the reaction for man, I really got to get a CAT scan, you guys. What is wrong with my short term? It's those Coca-Colas. I got to stop drinking those Coca-Colas. I heard they're really bad for you. I hope my wife doesn't hear that. But I'll also be putting up the review for Watchmen tomorrow as well. Not tomorrow, but on Wednesday or Tuesday, one of those days. Anyway. All right, folks, man, it's been fun as always. You guys are awesome, man. You guys don't know, man, like these live streams make my day. Man, they're so much fun just to hang out with you guys. And like I said, I mean, a lot of you guys have been here from way back with the ITB days. And as I said, I'm still talking to Daniel, so I'm hoping that he'll be able to get on sometime this month. When I talked to him on Instagram, he said that he might have some time in November. So hopefully between now and before Thanksgiving, we can get him on. I want to try and get him on one of the live streams. That's what I hope. And also, I know I put that video out a while ago about trying to get Jason Tobin on from Warrior, but I'm still talking to him on Instagram. So hopefully I can connect with him and we can get him on sometime before the new year to talk about Warrior. All right, guys. I will see you on the next video. As always, you guys are awesome. Love you more than you realize. Thanks so much for the community. All right, Darksiders, I'm out. Peace.